I'm Mike Sullivan, The Sun's crime editor. Security will be in force at Wembley for Taylor Swift's upcoming concerts, and this follows a bomb plot which has been foiled in Austria. This would have been very similar to Manchester bombing of May 2017, which killed 22 innocent people here and injured more than 1,000. Now, bomb-making equipment and chemicals, which were the mother of Satan explosives, were found on the home of a raid of a home on a 19-year-old radicalised suspect who'd sworn allegiance to Islamic State last month. This lad seems to have been radicalised very, very quickly, and possibly by an extremist emerging group called ISIS-K, who have influenced, brainwashed a lot of youngsters across Europe and the world over the last year. Now, British counter-terrorism experts are warning that this planned attack in Austria is a bit of a wake-up call to tighten up security at music events in this country. The last government was supposed to have brought in new protective measures, which are being called Martin's Law, after one of the victims of the Manchester bombing, but they didn't get round to doing it. The Labour government have put that at the top of their manifesto and are intent on doing that, so that's good news. The hulking, bearded fanatic, this lad, he's 19, but there's pictures of him posing for a selfie with these horrific zombie knives. He's actually confessed to planning out an attack on Taylor Swift's fans. They're known as Swifties, outside the Vienna concert venue where she was due to perform 3 shows in the next few days. There have been 2 other teenagers arrested. One was a 17-year-old who was apparently working at this arena where the Swift concert was due to occur, and the other was a boy aged 15. So emphasising the point that these youngsters are becoming involved in these terrible plots, which is a real concern to security services both here and abroad. Now, there are concerns that there might still be other suspects in Austria still at large, and that has seemingly prompted the concert organisers to cancel these sellout gigs. Some people have come from all over the world to attend the concerts, which are being held at the 65,000-seater Ernst Happel Stadium. Now, this teenage mastermind apparently comes from North Macedonia heritage. He was arrested at his home in the town of Ternitz, which is close to the Hungarian border, on Wednesday morning. Officials have named him as Beran A, and they confirm that he'd stockpiled hydrogen peroxide, which is used to make TATP. This is known as Mother of Satan. It's what was used in the 7/7 attacks in London. Detonators, knives, machetes and ISIS propaganda have also been found at this 19-year-old's address in Austria. He lived there with his parents and sister. Apparently this lad even had a blue police light, which he's suspected of planning to use to drive through the crowds to carry out his attack. Austria's domestic intelligence agency head has said that the teenager intended to carry out an attack using explosives and knives. He quotes, "His aim was to kill himself and a large number of people during the concert, either today or tomorrow." I mean, that really is as worrying as it can get. The swoops are said to have followed a tip-off from the US authorities. The neighbours of this suspect say that he was a relatively harmless lad, dressing in jeans and sneakers up until recently. He was born in Austria, attended a local school, until leaving to work with his father at a local stainless steel plant, where apparently he could have had access to chemicals in a laboratory. It seems that over the last few months he'd undergone a dramatic transformation. This plot that in Austria obviously would have mirrored the May 2017 suicide attack carried out by Salman Abedi at Manchester's MEN. That was at an Ariana Grande concert, and I guess that highlights the fact that these music events after Paris in 2015 at the Bataclan Theatre, And also Moscow this year, of course, where 145 people died at a concert venue in an attack carried out by Islamic State operatives. This boy seems to have been acting on his own initiative rather than under direct orders, but there's no doubt that he was under the influence of ISIS, according at least to the Austrian authorities. Now the Wembley concerts for Taylor Swift, Swifties will be pleased to know, are still going ahead. They are planned for the 15th and 20th of August. They're the last on her European leg of the Eras tour, which has been phenomenally successful. The Met Police say that there's nothing in the matters being investigated by Austrian authorities which will have any impact on the events here in London and the concerts, although they stress that we will continue to keep any new information under careful review. I understand that extra safeguards will be put in place for the Wembley concerts. They're likely to include walk-through detectors, obviously concerns of potential copycat attackers, but there is no specific intelligence or information, so all those youngsters going to the Taylor Swift concerts should do so without fear. The police will be there as a presence, but Wembley itself is mainly protected by private security guards, and they'll be arranged in layers, rings, so everybody should be absolutely safe.